Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alton and I am so glad that you could join me. Today we are going to check out a leather strap, but before we do, I'd like to invite you to, of course, like and subscribe and all of that stuff that YouTubers say, because it actually really does help me. It helps me get new product, it helps me get recognition, and it lets companies know that this channel is legit, so they'll send me their stuff and then I can show it to you. So please do like and subscribe if you feel like it. Well, a little while ago, 86 Leather Co. hit me up and said, hey, would you like to check out one of my straps? I said, absolutely, why not? He popped one in the mail and it reached me sometime last week and I have been wearing it. As you can see, checking out this strap. This is a leather military one-piece NATO strap. It's handmade, hand-finished, and hand-stitched in the US. According to their website, they use the finest leathers, dyes, and materials, and they use premium U.S. vegetable tanned leather, brushed stainless steel, buckle and loops, Italian dye premium finishes, heavy-duty wax thread, and these can be made to order in 20 or 22 millimeter widths. They're handmade in the USA, and they came all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at this leather strap. Now, if you don't know anything about leather straps, then this looks like a pretty simple thing to produce. But I watched a video on how they actually produce this strap. The material that he receives is actually a creamy white color, which he hand dyes. He hand dyes it himself all the way through both sides. You can see it's nice and dark on both sides. It is a single piece of leather, and then he paints the edges, and he leaves it a little bit rough on this side. Now, I like a single piece of leather. I like it when there isn't that premium nubuck lining, as they always say. Give me the real piece of leather. I don't mind this. I like it. But anyway, it's all hand stitched. Now, when you watch the video, you think, wow, it takes a long time to dye this strap, but then the process of actually stitching it takes quite a while. And you can see that it is nicely hand-stitched. You want to know the secret if something is hand-stitched? Look at the back. Does it look almost identical to the front? And if that's the case, it's hand-stitched all the way through. No machines were used. It's got a really nice, chunky buckle. It's thick. It's not going to bend. The keepers are square. They're both fixed. So that's something to be aware of. If that's something you don't like, then you're not going to like that. I don't mind it either way. Fixed buckle. I like the square nature of it. And of course, there is a fixed keeper over here for the rest of the strap as it goes through for the NATO. And it is very, very well done. The wax thread is solid stuff. So here it is. You can see the imprint of the watch that I've been wearing it on. It has a very nice color. Lots of graining in the leather. It's got a bit of a crackle appearance to it, which I think improves as you move and you bend the leather. It's hard for my camera to pick this up. It's just a simple, well-made, handmade strap, which you can't go wrong. Now, I thought I would grab another strap. This isn't a NATO, but this is a single pass Haveston strap, which is the only other strap I have that's somewhat comparable. I would say that the leather is just a little bit thinner. This one's about 1.3 millimeters. This one's about 1 millimeter. So the leather on this is a little thicker. On the 86 is a little thicker. The stitching on the 86th is a little bit bulkier, a little bit beefier. I mean, I don't think I'm ripping through this anytime soon. So I'm not worried about the Haveston strap. And I love the Haveston strap. Don't get me wrong on this. The Haveston has a floating keeper. The buckle on the Haveston is nice. It's not as chunky, not as solid, although it does have a sign thing. But this isn't about the Haveston strap. But I have always raved about the Haveston strap, so I wanted to compare this handmade 86th against this really nice strap, and they're fairly comparable. I mean, I don't think that you would say that this is in any way inferior to the Haveston. I do like, though, this little Haveston logo stamped on the bottom. But anyway, let's put that to the side because we're here to talk about this strap. What I'd like to do is try it on some watches. I've got 3 watches right here. We'll do some wrist shots. And before we do that, I am wearing my new Casio G-Shock. This is what I consider my version of a rugged Swatch watch. It's got all the color and the see-through clear plastic nature, but durable as heck, which Swatches really aren't. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I have found that when it comes to these leather straps, what you want to do is take the spring bars off, kind of put it where you want it to be, and then put your spring bars back on. Because if you don't, you end up scratching the leather, the finish on the leather, whether it's on the sides, making it rougher, or the top of the leather, you scratch it on the case of the watch. And you don't want that. So just go ahead, take those spring bars off, pop them back on. Really is pretty simple. If you're new to NATOs, all you do now is pop that through there, just like so. And voila, it's on. Let's check this on the wrist. Okay, now here we have it on wrist. And you can see that this wears really, really well. It did take a little bit of break-in initially. It is a thicker leather, it's quality leather, and so it takes a little bit of break-in. You could see earlier it's by no means inflexible, but just when you start getting your overlaps and everything, it just needs to kind of settle in and conform to your wrist. I could maybe even tighten this up a little bit, but I like mine a little bit looser, but there you go. That looks really, really nice. Now you can see there's not a lot of length here. Now I have an 8-inch wrist, so if you have a 6.5-inch wrist, you're going to be able to tuck this back or maybe even trim it if you wanted to. But for me, I just love it when I don't have any extra there, when I don't have to tuck it back. I mean, that's just a bonus for me. Why don't we try this on another watch? And here it is on my Hamilton Aviation. Thought I'd bring it outside. We had a beautiful fresh snowfall last night, just to see what it looks like in this weather. And we can say hi to the neighbor dog, Bruce. Hi, Bruce. And here it is on my Bulova A15. The A15 is a World War II aviation watch, and so a strap like this wears very well on a watch like this. Before I do a wrap-up, I just wanted to show you the advantage of a NATO strap, and this is why the military likes to use these. You blow out a spring bar, as I've done here, or in my case, I just took it off, and it's still firmly secured by the other one. I actually had this happen once, and the NATO strap saved my watch. Well, there you go. This has been the 86 Leather Co. Premium American Leather Military One-Piece Watch Strap. Handmade. I think it's a great value. It's $24.99. You can find them on eBay. They're also on Instagram. That's how they connected with me, and I think that's probably the best way to reach out to them if you have any questions. Would I buy one of these? Yeah, I definitely would. If I was in the market for a watch strap just like this, I think they put a lot of work into it. It's durable. Materials seem to be good. I don't have any complaints with it whatsoever. I may have put on maybe down here the size. That's the only thing I would change perhaps about this. Other than that, it is a great looking strap for 25 bucks. I don't think you can go wrong. I'd like to thank the people at 86 Watch Company for passing this along to me. I do not have to return it, so that's why it says paid promotion, but I was not sponsored for this post, and that does not affect my judgment in any way. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.